So just a couple of questions, Farhan. We saw the videos right now, and I hope you had fun.
It's multiple times, I believe.
Yes, multiple times. Just want to get your views on this association in the Champions League and how you feel about it.
I'm supremely thrilled to be associated, of course, with the Champions League. I've been a football aficionado from a very, very young age, having played it. Not obviously not as professionally as these people play, but just having a lot of love for it, a lot of passion for it. And it's been one of my dreams to want to watch the Champions League final for many years now. And it's finally coming true. So it's one more thing off my bucket list.
Fantastic. And what do you specifically look forward to in the Champions League? I mean, it's the pinnacle of European football. But
oh well, it is absolutely. I mean, I think it's football at the highest standard. You get all that you actually even don't witness at times in a FIFA World Cup. It's because these players are playing together so often through the year that the football truly is of the highest level. So, and of course, then the fan energy, the stadium, just everything that goes with it. It's like a carnival, and in the middle of that, there's one of the greatest sporting events of all time.
So, a little bit more, I mean, we've been speaking about football, and we know your background with movies and sports, and how you've been an enthusiast for sports and a big advocate for it. So, if I have to ask you, if you were to play a footballer in a next film, would you be open to that? Is there anybody you'd like to portray on screen as a footballer?
Why not? Yeah? I mean, I think given the way I look and my color of my skin, I'll probably have to play somebody from South America or somebody from Spain or Portugal.
Absolutely.
You know, I would imagine. I think from the current lot, Luis Suarez would probably be a good one to play. I've got the same slightly sticky out teeth like him. so probably.
All right. And a little bit about, in terms of, we now have you talking about the Champions League and sports in general, but a little bit of a message about sports to all your fans and kids out there. If you have a message for them.
Well, I've always felt that sport is a very important part of personal development. Not only physically, it also makes you mentally stronger. It encourages teamwork if you're playing a team sport. And it teaches you how to deal with success, how to deal with loss, how to remotivate yourself, and further your goals. So there's a lot of lessons, life lessons that can be learned through sport. And of course, it keeps you fit, which is also very, very important. And that's the one thing that you can truly gift yourself. You know, especially when you're young, you take health and everything just for granted. But as life starts catching up, the one thing that you realize that you must do for yourself is keep yourself fit, and sport is the best way to do it.
Fantastic. So looking forward to the big event you're going to be in Madrid.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
So a little bit of your thoughts on 3 weeks from now. You'll be at the Wanda Metropolitana watching the UEFA Champions League final.
I have a feeling that no matter what I imagine it's going to be like, it's going to surpass that expectation. So I'm just really looking forward to it. You're pretty aware that a couple of years ago I came very close to going and watching the Madrids play against each other, the two clubs. Unfortunately, my shoot schedule changed a bit and I couldn't go, so I was sitting in front of a television set and crying. So this year, that dream finally gets to come true, so I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. So on that note, this is a good time for us, and I'm going to request Mr. Kaul to share with you the official ticket for the Champions League final.
I love Mr. Kaul.
If you could have that, please. Ladies and gentlemen, one huge round of applause, please.
How are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. As you were saying that sports plays an important part in keeping you healthy. Which sport do you still play sometimes?
Well, I play a number of sports. So the one that I most often play is volleyball. And when we get enough people and space, unfortunately, comes at a premium in Mumbai to be able to play things as much as you'd like. But we grew up playing, of course, cricket. We grew up playing a lot of football. Every weekend, everyone would just actually pretty much run out of their homes and run to this ground that was close by to where we live and play football. All of that has changed very much now with urban development that's happened over the years. And I do feel actually pretty sad for kids in Mumbai today. They're kind of always stuck on their screens because, of course, a kid's mind is hungry, wants to experience, have some fun, have adventure, play games. And with the shrinking open space, it's become more and more difficult for kids in an unorganized way to go and play. You know, you have to like plan things for them constantly now. There was nothing planned for us. You could just go out of your house and go and play whenever you wanted, kick a ball around. You know, that's not there. So I do feel bad. I do hope that more parents, more people who are developing areas will keep that in mind, so that children have an opportunity to also kind of develop their sporting abilities along with other things.
What position did you play when you played as a child? You played football, you said.
Yeah, I was always wanting to score goals, so I would play forward.
Center forward?
Sorry?
Center?
No, more on the wing actually.
Okay.
But I would play forward, yes.
If you could introduce yourself before the question.
Hello, I am Karen.
Hi.
Farhan, for you, now that you're going for the finals and seeing how the semi-finals first leg has already progressed, who do you see in the finals and whom are you supporting?
Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, I think the Barcelona-Liverpool game, Barcelona are clear favourite now to win that leg. Ajax still kind of open. You never know. I mean, although I think Ajax do have the advantage of playing away, so if they score a goal, it's going to get very, very difficult. I was supporting Man City. I'm a Man City supporter, so you can imagine I'm dealing with a lot of pain at the moment. But still, I mean, the event is going to be an exciting event. And like I said, we're going to see football of the highest possible quality, so I'm looking forward to it.
And if you get a chance to ask Messi one question?
If I get a chance to ask him one question, I want to ask him when he'll come to India. Fans here, because he's got a huge fan base, in India, including my younger daughter who has a Messi team. So hopefully, maybe I can ask him to sign something for her. Yeah.
For me too.
Or for you as well. Anybody else? Thank you. नहीं सर, एक्चुअली यूएफा चैम्पियंस लीग इतना बड़ा एक इवेंट है कि उसके लिए मतलब किसी एक्टर की ज़रूरत नहीं कहे कि आप इसे और बड़ा कर सकें. मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि मेरा एक एसोसिएशन हुआ है ये सोनी पिक्चर स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क जो है और सोनी 10/2 पे जो आप ये देखेंगे उनके साथ. मैं बहुत सालों से चाह रहा था कि मैं जाके एक फ़ाइनल गेम देखूं चैम्पियंस लीग का. कुछ साल पहले मतलब एक बात हुई कि मैं जाने ही वाला था, लेकिन अफसोस से कुछ शूटिंग शेड्यूल चेंज हो गई, मैं जा नहीं पाया. तो इस साल जाने का मौका मिला है और मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आई एम गेटिंग टू गो. जी सर, मैं बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हूँ और मैं इतना एक्साइटेड हूँ कि काश आप मेरे साथ आ सकते तो आप देख सकते हैं कि मैच कितनी अच्छी.
फरहान, आपने अभी कहा था कि यू आर वेरी मच एक्साइटेड फॉर द
Yes,
एंड यूएफा चैंपियंस लीग की बात करें, व्हिच आर द क्लब या फेवरेट क्लब जिसके लिए यू विश कि आई विश आई कुड प्ले फॉर, मतलब रियल लिवरपूल, व्हाट यू
नहीं, आई डोंट विश आई कुड प्ले फॉर दीस क्लब्स. It's not my job. I sometimes look at a film and I wish I could be in a film, but not with sport. It's a very different discipline, and it's and football is called a beautiful game for a reason because it is poetic. It is very, very poetic. It's graceful, and there are some amazing players in all these teams. It's not easy to make it to the semi-finals, much less the finals. The team that I was supporting and the team that I root for even in the EPL is Man City. So they were just recently, unfortunately, knocked out of the Champions League. But still, I mean, the teams are of the highest qualities, and I'm just really, really looking forward to see a great game.
Okay.
On the 1st of June.
जी, आपने अभी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा कि अगर कोई फिल्म बनेगी फुटबॉलर पे देन यू लाइक टू प्ले. वी वांट टू नो कि जैसे वी नो दैट भाग मिल्खा वाज डायरेक्टेड बाय राकेश ओम प्रकाश मेहरा, हु इज द अदर डायरेक्टर अपार्ट फ्रॉम राकेश ओम प्रकाश मेहरा जो आपके साथ एक ऐसी फिल्म बना सकते हैं, हु कैन ब्रिंग आउट द फुटबॉल.
यार ये इसका जवाब मेरे पास कैसे होगा कि कौन सा
योर फेवरेट डायरेक्टर यू कैन थिंक.
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार. I mean, it depends on what is written and what is brought to you. Like I said, I mean, it would be fun to play a footballer, of course. It's always challenging to play a sports person, to play an athlete in a film because if it's a game as popular as football, there are so many people who know the nuances of that game, who follow that game, that you don't want to treat them as fools. You want to do the best that you possibly can. So any sport that you take on, you want to do your best, and that's what I would focus on, regardless of who's doing it.
इसके अलावा फरहान अख्तर को हम देखते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान में प्रेजेंट टाइम में आईपीएल की बहुत ही धूम है.
जी.
हम देखते हैं बहुत सारे एक्टर जो है अपनी स्पॉन्सरशिप भी करते हैं, बहुत सारी टीम को सपोर्ट भी करते हैं. इन फ्यूचर हम आपको भी देखें कोई ऐसी टीम आप खरीदेंगे?
सर, इस वक्त तो ऐसा कोई मेरा ख्याल नहीं है, कुछ मैंने ऐसा सोचा नहीं है कि मैं ऐसा करूँगा, लेकिन मतलब ज़िंदगी एक ऐसी चीज़ है, मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है लाइफ में. तो जब होगा सबसे पहले मैं आके आप ही सबको बताऊँगा और किसको बताऊँगा.
फरहान, आप सलमान के साथ काम
मैं हर साल जाके सलमान से एक बार मिलता हूँ. I went this year.
Farhan,
I want to know how much do you follow Indian football? How much do you follow Indian football?
Like the soccer league that we have.
Yeah.
I do follow it to a certain extent. You know, there are some interesting players who've come into coach and to manage, and the only thing I enjoy seeing is when the quality of football in a game is better. I can't say I'm very familiar with all the names of the players. You know, I know Sunil Chhetri is somebody who's doing really, really well. But apart from that, I do see that there is a jump in the level of football that is being played, in the quality of football that's being played. And of course, you want your team to eventually compete on a global level. That's what everybody looks forward to. You know, and my hope is that someday we should all be cheering for India in a FIFA World Cup. You know, so I feel that where we were maybe 7-8 years ago, we've come a long way. Since then, there's a lot more structure come into place, a lot more searching for talent, nurturing talent, creating talent. And I feel that that will eventually show some rewards. We're in the process of it, but I do hope that happens.
okay, Farhan, हमने जितनी भी सारी टीवी सीरीज देखी, we all found it good. But the funniest one was that कि जब आप आते हैं न्यूज़ है कि इनके वालिद ने कभी नहीं सोचा था that he can be an actor. So I just want to ask you कि recently आपके वालिद साहब ने जो comment कहा था उसके ऊपर बहुत कुछ हो चुका है. उन्होंने एक बहुत ही general बात कही थी कि if you are trying to ban burqa, then ban घूंघट also. लेकिन उसके ऊपर बहुत सारे weird reactions हुए. It's like कि कहीं का कहीं जा रही है बात. What do you want to say?
Well, he has his opinions on things which are very valid opinions. I do feel that if anybody takes offense from it, they have, I guess, a valid reason to take offense and say what they feel. I think any kind of threat towards violence is not an answer. I'm against violence of all kind. So whether it's somebody threatening somebody in my family or threatening anybody else, I think violence is not the answer and you should stay away from it.
Last question,
Thank you.
please.
And finally, क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे आप अपने दर्शकों के लिए, अपने
I just, sorry, yes, you have a question?
You ever consider buying a team, because a lot of
Arey, he just asked me the same question.
like in Indian leagues, Ranveer
हाँ नहीं, he asked me the same question only about this thing. I just answered that. But जो दर्शक हैं, मैं बस सब उनसे कहना चाहूँगा कि ये जो इवेंट है चैम्पियंस लीग फाइनल का, वो मतलब साल में ऑफ कोर्स एक बार तो आता है, लेकिन it's one of the biggest football events in the world. Not second, I mean even to like a FIFA World Cup. It's a massive event. तो प्लीज़ आप देखिएगा, and for people who are traveling there, I hope to see you there. For those who can't, please watch it on Sony 10-2. It's the closest that you're going to get to this wonderful, beautiful game.
Thank you so much, Farhan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.